Shalom. First things first, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Yahweh Wa Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that feed us with knowledge and understanding and give up and have labored in this truth and that keep laboring in this truth, okay? That's why we give them double honors. Much love to the elect brethren on the four corners of the planet Earth that's pushing this truth and set up to push this truth with honesty and faith, okay? Because we're coming to the time we will be tried, man, okay? And brothers don't got to come with some prideful spirit. It's going to be a tough time, man, okay? But through this hard times, the Lord is going to preserve his elect, and he's going to strengthen those men and give them, as the other brothers have been saying, he's going to give them that spirit to endure in that time, and as the elders have been telling us, man. So that's why we have to keep faith and hope and pray, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he's coming, and these things must happen before he comes, or these things must take place. Alright, so I'm going to jump right into this. You got this whole, because we've been saying that they're going to try to put the new black man as the Negro in America, the Negro, Latino, Native American as a new terrorist, so they can have a justified way to come at us and to destroy us again. Okay, because these higher up elites know that the prophecies are being fulfilled as we being woken up again, and we're coming back to the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. We're coming back to him in our hearts, man. We're seeking him. Okay, so that's why this verse comes here. Okay, I'll start out with this. It's the book of Wisdom of Solomon. This verse it used to come out a lot, you know, but this verse right now is coming to a fullness because now we're seeing what Esau's doing. This is Wisdom of Solomon 5 in verse 1. It says, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as afflicted him and made no account of his labors." And who is that? You got the men right now, mostly of GMS, that's coming out here in great boldness and not taking winters off and not taking how you say hiatuses, okay, and pushing this truth the right way that has been set up by Yahweh Shem Yahushai, not sugarcoating it or watering it down. Okay, and it says, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as afflicted him and made no account of his labors." When they see it, okay, when they see it. Now, who's really seeing it? You have these average Joe six-pack Edomites that see us out there on the streets. They don't really comprehend what's happening. Who's seeing it? Because you got the so-called illuminists. What do they got? An all-seeing eye. So they seeing it, man. Okay, they seeing it. They're the ones that know they have the history, and they know the scrolls, and they have the think tanks, and they have the so-called rabbis that study. They know this prophecy is being fulfilled, so they're seeing it. It says, "When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear," because now they know their time is short. These average Edomites, these average heathens don't know. They think we're just niggas on the corner screaming and ranting and raving. Okay, but if they had a spiritual eye, they know we're fulfilling prophecies and the Lord is waking us up, man. We're coming out of the dust. Even when somebody wakes up out of sleep, they're groggy and, you know, they got their minds aren't functioning all the way. That's the same thing unto us, man. We're coming out of sleep. When we came out of sleep, we're groggy. We don't have, we're just coming with the truth we have, and the Most High is giving us this knowledge, okay? But as we're being woke, we're, coming into ourselves, man. And the years that have been going by, and the elders have been coming out there strong and giving this truth, they've been getting stronger. And they've been allowing the men under them to grow and grow through the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So now the men are standing. We're getting the skin. We're getting our sinews. The Most High strapping flesh, and he's giving us the breath, man. So we're standing on our feet, and they see it. "When they shall see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation so far beyond all that they looked for." So now that's why they're going to try to demonize and corrupt this thing. So let's play this.
Just moments ago, ISIS taking credit for that terror attack in Texas yesterday.
Casey Stiegel is live in Garland, Texas, again with what we're learning this morning. All right, Casey, so now ISIS is claiming that this is the first terror attack by their organization on American soil. That changes everything.
It does change everything. This is reported by the AFP news agency that ISIS has claimed responsibility for this attack here in Texas and that it is doing so over its official radio station. In fact, the Islamic State claims that this was the terrorist group's first attack on American soil, and they promise there will be more and harsher attacks in the future. However, this is extremely important as this is developing this morning. The feds have not yet verified this. ISIS is claiming responsibility, but the feds haven't verified it. We are also learning more about the two suspects, identified as 30-year-old Elton Simpson and 34-year-old Nadir Sufi. The two men were roommates in Phoenix, and those who knew them say they are simply shocked, including those at the mosque where Simpson worshipped for a decade.
It's shocking because he had a nice, positive demeanor, and he was very polite. And
you see that? So they're trying to put, because they know Jake, especially they know the Israelites that are woke, you got men because the Lord said be at peace with all men. Okay? So it said be at peace with all men, and they're trying to play on that. Oh, these were average men that just went crazy one day. So it's easier for them to demonize the average Jake. So say you're not angry, or say you're not you don't come off as that so-called disgruntled person, you still can be tied into being a so-called terrorist because they don't know when you'll snap if you're a part of that so-called mind frame. You see how they're trying to paint it? So they're saying even if before you do something, if you're a nice, wholesome person, you still can be a so-called terrorist.
Always had a smile on his face. What took him from that person to what happened? I don't know.
But Simpson was no stranger to authorities. In fact, court documents show in 2006 he told an FBI informant that he wanted to travel to Somalia via South Africa to join radical fighters there. It's not clear how long these two men had been here in Texas. Luggage and extra ammo was found in their vehicle. Both were wearing body armor and armed with assault rifles, yet a traffic cop here in Garland, Texas, took both of them down, killing them in this parking lot back here behind me with his service handgun, guys.
That's right. All right, Casey Stiegel, live in Garland with the very latest. We thank you very much.
All right, let's jump into the article. It says, this was released on May 1st. It says, Baltimore uprising. ISIS and Palestinians exploit the riots to recruit black American Muslims. Okay, so you see that they're already putting that buzzwords and buzz things out there. Okay, the black American Muslims. Alright. So let me pause that. And it says, the black communities across America is being deceived and is converting into the religion of their main slave master, the Muslims. This is an escalating problem from Obama's lens of Muslim immigration, and mainly due to the prior groomings. It's a coordinated Muslim effort to pit black against white, the blacks against the government, and bring down African American culture to hasten Islamic progress into towns and cities across America. There is a deliberate indoctrination and a fabricated effort to portray a brotherhood of Islamic with blacks, but Islam oppression, mass murders, and enslavement of blacks is active even in 2015 and was never abolished. Yeah, because the first thing those people in Libya did when they were trying to take over, when those Libyans were given so-called, when they were being infiltrated, the first thing they did when they were going against Gaddafi was they hung the black people. They hung all the black people that Gaddafi had put in the army and different things like that. So these Arabs these Ishmaelites, okay, they don't mess with us, man. Okay, so that's all. This is all a psyop, man, because we know who sets up Al Qaeda and all them madness, man. This is Esau's devices. He's trying to set us up and put us into that role of the new Bin Laden, man. He's trying to portray us as that newfound terrorist because they want to put us in camps. They want to start beheading us. They want to start putting us back in slavery. It says blacks are still referred to as AD or ABD, slave, in Arabian, and treated deplorably, beaten, abused, not paid wages, raped, oppressed, while refers to as animals. Muslim countries enslave millions of blacks and non-Muslims as we speak. It is deep pitted the black doesn't make more effort to study the history of Africa and how Islam destroyed and prosperous nation and submerged it into wars, destroying the identity and soul. We need blacks to speak to their own communities and explain what is happening. The government needs to understand that its Muslims who stir up riots are behind the efforts to create problems and get the black community engaged in violent uprisings. Blacks are encouraged to engage in anti-government and insensitive activities. This is how the Palestinians and Hamas operates: propaganda and consist use of deception and deceit to create conflict. All right. And as you see here, you see the pictures of Jake beating up white people. Okay, because now this is gonna, and then you see a Muslim guy there. Okay, so they're setting the stage for this thing. You see, it says the Muslims watching the attack left does not seem faced. See. And this is another article that one of the brothers posted up. I think it's GMS Dallas, the brother Yashawamba. He posted this article, and I mean, it's a real, I mean, we'll read it real quick. And it says, Baltimore uprising. Is ISIS using the riots to recruit black American Muslims? And it says people marched near North and Pennsylvania Avenue in Baltimore, Maryland on April 28th, 2015, after several days of peaceful protest. Baltimore erupts in violence this week as hundreds of rioters loot stores and burn buildings following the funeral of Freddie Gray, a 25-year-old black man who suffered a fatal spinal injury in police custody. Let's jump down. It says of the U.S. communities there where Islamic extremists might recruit people to join the Islamic State militant group, the majority of African American cities of Baltimore might seem an unlikely target. After all, news reports have mostly focused on Minneapolis, Salaki for not that word, and says in its large Somali immigrant population. As the main U.S. recruitment hotbed for the group that is also known as ISIS or Isil, but the civil unrest and violence over the death of a young black male continued in Baltimore this week. Isil reported that it is easy to set on dissatisfied Muslims among American black population, including Baltimore. Alright, so you see this, they're setting it up, man. And this is another article, and it says, and this is on August 24th. So it's an older article, but it's showing you that it's leading up now. This is during Ferguson. And it says, considering the social conflict, I'll read the article. It says, African Americans being recruited by ISIS. Protesters in the street showed defense of a midnight curfew meant to stem ongoing demonstration. So it's considering the social conflict between cops and protesters in Ferguson, Missouri. The terrorist group commonly known as Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, ISIS, is using strategic moment in America's history to recruit African Americans to join the Islamic State jihad movement. Those fighting alongside ISIS, a global growing terrorist group in which U.S. Secretary of Defense Chuck Hagel said was as sophisticated and well-funded as any terrorist we have ever seen, because it's got backing, man. How these dudes can't afford food, but they can afford fully automatic rifles and Humvees, and come on, man. If they can get that, then they can be at peace, man. Have made no secret that they have vowed to bring turmoil to America. ISIS members promised to divide America in two, while the spokesman Abu Musa promised to rise a flag of I ain't gonna say that, over the White House. An aftermath of clash between militant police forces and protesters in St. Louis. So that's it, and I'm gonna show you through the Bible that we as Israelites are not the same. We don't have the same creed, or we don't have the same motives as these these terrorist zealots, man. We're not the same, man. That's the main title of this video. We are not the same, because we'll show you that these guys have come before. Because we know by the Spirit that the Lord has set this thing up. He set up Esau. Okay, he set up the American so-called rulership, just like he set up Rome. This is Rome all over again. Now let's read it. And it says, who are the zealots in the Bible? Answer: the New Testament. One of the disciples of Yahushua Mashiach was named Simon the Zealot. Matthew 10:4, Mark 3:18, Luke 6 and 15, Acts 1 and 13. What was a zealot? It says the zealots were members of a first century political movement among Judean Jews who sought to overthrow the occupying Roman government. The word zealot derives from the Greek zelotes, meaning emulator of zealous followers. And now let's go into the blue letter. Alright, now if we see here, and we go and click on the word zealot, it says one burning with zeal, or zealot, used of the Most High, as jealous of any rival, or stern verdicting his control, vindicating his control, most eagerly desirous of, zealous of a thing, acquire a thing, zealous, zealous of, to defend and uphold a thing. Let's look at the root word. Pretty much the same, but then I typed it in zealot in the online etymology dictionary, and it says early 14th century member of a militant first century Jewish sect which fiercely resisted the Romans in Palestine. From late Latin zelotes, the Greek zelotus, one who is zealous follower. From zelon, to be zealous. From zealasia, zeal, extended sense of a factual exhaustus. That's it on that. So it means zealous. Okay, it says meaning a meal or zealous follower. According to the Jewish historian Josephus, three main Jewish groups existed in the time of Mashiach: the Pharisees, the Sadducees, the Essens, the Esnes, Salakia, sense, and he also mentioned the fourth group called the Zealots, who were founded by Judas of Galilee, and Zadok the Pharisee. Josephus notes that the Zealots agreed in all other things with the Pharisaic notion, but they have an involved attachment to liberty, and say that the Most High is to be their only ruler and Lord. And they didn't understand when the Most High puts you under punishment. Okay, the Most High put us, Salakia. We'll just actually exit out of that. Okay, the Most High has put us under punishment, man. It says, of importance of New Testament history, the Zealots were a rebellion the Zealots led a rebellion when Rome introduced imperial cult worship. The great Jews revolt in 66 AD. The Zealots successfully took over Jerusalem, but their revolt was ultimately unsuccessful. In AD 70 AD, the Romans destroyed the city of Jerusalem and the temple. Because of their often violent tactics, the Zealots have been called some of the world's first terrorists. The world's first terrorists. Though the label is not particularly true, okay, not all Zealots were violent. The reputation of Zealots were forceful, aggressive agitators, carriers of significant lessons from us. Okay, so pretty much the Zealots were terrorists, man. Okay, and the Lord didn't set up terrorists. Okay, he had a zealot amongst him. Okay, but he also had Matthew, a tax collector. Okay, but you see, he had two opposite spectrums in 12, man. Okay, so let me go back to the. Alright, that's it on the research, and pretty much I touched bases. Now I'm gonna read some verses to show you that the Lord has us waiting, okay, because we have to wait on him. He's the one that's gonna to come back and do damage, man. Okay, let me read the first one. This is the book of Isaiah 40 and 31. Because that's why the Lord has given us this truth, and he's given us this knowledge to hope on, man. Not our own. He hasn't given us, he hasn't said, thou shalt build up armories and bullets and things of that nature, okay? Let's go to Isaiah 40 and 31. And it says, but they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles, and they shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. Because that's going to be spiritual power. We're not waiting to do no terrorist attack with assault rifles and flat jackets, okay? Because that's what you devils are trying to say that we're a part of, man. We ain't dealing with those Arabic people, man. We ain't dealing with those Ishmaelites. We ain't dealing with them, man. They have no part with us, okay? And let's read, let's go to the next one. And okay, let me go to that word wait. Salakia. I wanted to go into that real quick. Yeah, right there. Because I'm going to show you that the Lord wants us to wait on him. Not to do any kind of acts on any of our own, so-called our own power. Okay, and then it says the word wait is quava. Okay, and it says to wait, look for, hope, expect, wait, to wait or look eagerly for, to lie in wait for, to wait for, linger for, to collect, bind together, to be collected. Okay, so the Lord wants us to wait. We're not doing anything on our own power because the prophecies have to be fulfilled. So let's go to the next one. This is Isaiah 8 and verse 17. The book of Isaiah 8 in verse 17. And it says, and I will wait upon the Lord that hideth his face from the house of Jacob. Hear that? And I will wait upon the Lord that hideth his face from the house of Jacob. And I will look for him. Behold, it says, behold, I and the children whom the Lord hath given me are for signs and for wonders in Israel, for the Lord of hosts which dwelleth in Mount Zion. And when they shall say unto me, seek, that's it on that. So this shows you right there, we have to wait, man. We have to wait. Let's get the next verse. This is the book of Psalms, because David was writing these Psalms, but then now they're attached to now. They come back and they're fulfilling now. Because when he was singing these songs, they were prophetic songs. And this is the book of Psalms 30, 33, and verse 20. And it's we'll start at verse 19. Oh, verse 18. Actually, man, let's just start from 13. It says, the Lord looketh from heaven, and behold all the sons of men. From the place of his habitation he looketh upon all the inhabitants of the earth. Salaki, and it says, from the place of his habitations he looketh upon all the inhabitants of the earth. He fashioneth their hearts alike, and considereth all their works. There is no king saved by the multitude of an host. A mighty man is not delivered by much strength. You see that? So we're not delivered by horses. We're not delivered by our strength. Okay? And it says, there is no king saved by the multitude of a host. A mighty man is not delivered by much strength. A horse is in vain. It says a horse is a vain thing for safety. Neither shall he deliver any by his great strength. Behold, the eyes of the Lord are upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy. You see that? So we're hoping on his mercy, not doing any kind of terrorist act, man. You devils are gone, man. You're gotten. The Most High got your number, man. Keep playing, man. That's what he's doing, these prophecies. So you've been given enough rope to hang yourself. And it says to deliver their souls from death, Salakia. Behold, the eyes of the Lord are upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy, to deliver their souls from death, and to keep them alive in famine. Our soul waiteth for the Lord. He is our help and our shield. For our heart shall rejoice in him, because he hath trusted in his holy. It says, for our heart shall rejoice in him, because we have trusted in his holy name, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Because Nate don't want to use that, man. That's why he's gone off into all these tantrums about the chip, because he's gonna get the chip, man. He's gonna get the chip. All right, let's jump to the next one. And it says, let mercy, verse 22. Let thy mercy, O Lord, be upon us, according as we hope in thee. So we're hoping and waiting, man. Okay, we're not sitting here on a rebellious mission. We're hoping for the Most High to come back and save us. Now this is the book of Psalms 130. And 5. This is the book of Psalms 130 and verse 5. It says, I wait for the Lord. I wait for the Lord. My soul doth wait. And in his word do I hope. My soul waiteth for the Lord more than they that watch for the morning. I say more than they. It says, I say more than they that watch for the morning. Let Israel hope in the Lord. For with the Lord there is mercy, and with him is plenteous redemption, and he shall redeem Israel from all his iniquity. Man, the Lord is great, man. And we're seeing it, because how does he start doing this? By giving us back this truth, man. and dealing with us again, man. Okay, he's dealing with us because he's gonna come back and he's gonna set this thing right. This is the book of Isaiah 30 and 18. The whole 30 chapter is good, man. It's all about salvation, man. This is we'll start at 15. And it says, "For thus saith the Lord power, the Holy One of Israel, in returning and rest shall ye be saved. In quietness and in confidence shall be your strength, and ye would not." Because a lot of our people, 2/3 of our people, don't want that rest, man. They'll want to come back to the knowledge and understanding and have rest. It says, "But ye said, No, for we will flee upon horses. Therefore shall ye flee, and we will ride upon upon the swift. Therefore shall they that pursue you be swift." See that? That's why you got Esau with the jets. He's got his FEMA troops. He's got his drones. They're swift, man. 1,000 shall flee at the rebuke of one. Oh, that's it on that. Let me go to 18. Jump down to 18. Oh, that's it on that. Let me get this verse over here. This is the book of Psalms 91 and 15 to show you what the Lord's going to come do. This is the book of Psalms 91 and verse 15. This is Psalms 91 and verse 15. And we'll start at 14. It says, "Because he hath set his love upon me, therefore I will it says, verse 14, "Because he hath set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name." Read that again for Nate and his lackeys. "Because he has set his love upon me, therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name." Because the Lord is going to deliver us in those chariots. "He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life I will satisfy him and show him my salvation." Read that again. "Because he hath set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation." With that, I give all praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Barakathu Yahweh, Barakathu Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much love to you, elect brethren, elect men on the four corners of the planet Earth. Lord willing, we be a part of that number and hope and pray, man. So with that, I just say shalom and keep faith.